tell you my story, please like and subscribe. My parents loved my older sister Maeve and me with all of their hearts. Actually, Maeve is my half-sister, something she reminded me and everyone else about every single day. Maeve, why don't you go play with your sister?
Half-sister, and I don't want to.
These are my daughters, Maeve and her younger sister, Zoe.
Younger half-sister. Half-sister. Half-sister!
You see, Maeve and I had different dads, but the same mom. I was the youngest in the family and got a lot of attention.
Mommy, I need help with my homework.
Later, Maeve, come watch Zoe dance. She's such a little ballerina.
Mommy, come play with me.
Later, Maeve, I'm playing with Zoe now. Maeve hated me and felt like I stole her mother and ruined her life. So she made sure to torture me every chance she got. When I was 5 and my parents weren't looking, she would put food in my hair, steal the heads off my dolls, draw on the walls, and blame me.
But I didn't do it.
Lying only makes it worse, Zoe. Now go to your room.
Maeve was my big sister, and I wanted to be just like her, even though she wished that I would just disappear. I would copy the way she dressed, the way she walked, and even the way she styled her hair. Anytime I tried to play with her, she would shove me away or slam the door in my face. One time, she even shoved me into a dark closet full of scary spiders. I always tried to win her affection, so I never told my parents about all the horrible things she did to me. But as we got older, she got meaner and meaner. When I was a freshman in high school and she was a popular senior, she would steal my lunch, fill my locker with garbage, and show all the kids' videos she secretly took of me dancing in my room. Maeve made sure I had no friends, so I just spent all of my time by myself and became obsessed with decorating my room. It turned into this colorful, sparkly, glittery wonderland. Aw, look at you staying at home all by yourself on a Friday night in your freaky, weird room. What a loser. I'm off to the big party. There was so much missing in my life. I desperately wanted to go out to parties, but I was terrified that Maeve would find a way to humiliate me if I did. My room was the only place I knew that was safe. It seemed like it would be this way forever, until one day, something incredible happened. I was walking through the cafeteria looking for an empty table to sit by myself, as I usually did, when I tripped and my tray of food went flying. I knew that the moment I hit the ground, everyone would laugh, but then someone caught me and my tray. I looked up and saw these deep green eyes. It was the new boy at our school, Colin.
You okay?
Yeah. Thank you. He was super cute. I was so self-conscious that I rushed over to an empty table and sat down.
Is the seat taken?
And he followed me. No. He sat down, and I was so shocked I could barely speak.
Hi, I'm Colin.
Hi, I'm Colin. Oh my god. I mean Zoe. I'm Zoe. I knew that Maeve would humiliate me the moment she saw me speaking to him, so I decided to leave before that happened.
Where are you going? Was it something I said?
No, it's just, well, who is this? Too late. It was like Maeve had a sixth sense for detecting any moment that I wasn't completely miserable. Hey, I'm Maeve.
Colin.
I looked around for an escape, but the closest exit was a window. I just wanted to jump through it, knowing what was coming. Maeve put her hand on Colin's shoulder. Why don't you stop wasting time talking to my loser half-sister and come sit with me and my friends? And then he pushed her hand off.
I like sitting where I am, thanks.
I couldn't believe what was happening. You want to see a hilarious video of Zoe dancing in her underwear? Colin looked up at me and winked, and then stood up to face Maeve.
No, I don't. Now, why don't you go away and bully someone else? I think your sister is awesome.
Maeve was so shocked that as she turned around, she walked right into a wall. Turns out that Colin had an older brother who did the same thing to him. So we instantly bonded and spent every free moment together. He had been mowing people's lawns for years and saving up money to buy an old, rusty sports car. It needed a lot of TLC, so I helped him paint it in this crazy, colorful pattern.
This is the most beautiful car I've ever seen.
One day, I was listening to music and didn't hear my phone buzzing. Then the doorbell rang. I opened it in a bathrobe with curlers in my hair and a mud mask on my face, thinking it was a package, but it was Colin. I screamed and slammed the door. Colin just saw me looking like a swamp monster. I ran upstairs, quickly washed my face, took the curlers out of my hair and got dressed. My mother let him in, and when he knocked on my bedroom door, I was completely out of breath. Come in. As he opened the door, I saw a bra hanging off my desk and jumped in front of it.
Sorry to surprise you. You always pick up your phone, so I got worried and came over.
Then Colin looked around my room at the crazy colors, sparkles, and lights. I know, I'm a weirdo.
No, you're brilliant. I thought what you did to my car was amazing, but this room is incredible. How come the whole school doesn't know about your talent? The whole world.
For the first time in my life, I was glowing with pride. But then reality set in, and I told him why. I've wanted to do a vlog to talk about my design ideas, but I knew that if I did,
Maeve would just use it to try and humiliate you.
I nodded. My pride was washed away by a deep sadness, so I'll never give her the opportunity.
Listen to me, Zoe. You're beautiful, smart, and way more talented than anyone else I know. Don't let anybody ever try to stop you, especially Maeve.
Colin helped me realize that I didn't need to let Maeve treat me the way she did. And then one night, something incredible happened. For the first time ever, I fought back. There was this big party, and I had no intention of going, but Colin looked at me with those dreamy eyes of his and convinced me. I was scared at first and kept looking out for Maeve. I knew she was stalking me, waiting for the right time to spill a drink over my head or push me into the pool. I even wore a black dress in case she did, but Colin grabbed my hand and pulled me onto the dance floor. For a moment, I forgot about Maeve and started dancing. I was at a party and having fun. And then, like clockwork, there she was. Well, look who showed her ugly face. It's my loser half-sister and her idiot boyfriend. Everyone was staring at us. I was ready to sprint out the door, but then I glanced at Colin and he just smiled and winked. Suddenly, my fear just melted away and I felt confidence surge through my veins like electricity. I walked right up to her. I'm done letting you bully me, Maeve. You've tortured me since I was born because you're a jealous, insecure, petty person. I always looked up to you even though you made my life miserable. But now all I see is an empty, pathetic baby. Everyone at the party started clapping. Maeve's own friends started laughing at her. She ran out of the party crying. It wasn't my intention to humiliate her, but I finally had enough. Colin grabbed me in his arms.
I'm so proud of you. I love you, Zoe.
And then he kissed me, and it was magical. I was walking on air as I got home, but when I opened the door to my room, I looked around in shock. My room was destroyed. She spray painted my walls and pulled down my lights. I was furious. I stormed down the hallway in rage, and just as I was about to burst into her room to confront her, I stopped. I knew that was exactly what she wanted. She was probably just sitting there on the other side of the door, waiting for me to do it so she could laugh. I went back to my room and went to sleep. My parents grounded her for 2 weeks. No phone, no car, and no iPad, which meant she couldn't watch her favorite MSA videos. But for her, it was worth it. Colin came over and helped me redo my room, and it was even better than before. Over the next couple of years, I was on top of the world. Maeve was away at college, and I was with my soulmate, and I even recorded my first vlog about painting Colin's car and his races. But then one day, everything changed. I got a call that Colin crashed his car during a race. I sat by his bedside at the hospital for 2 days before he opened his eyes for the first time. He's awake. Colin, we've been so worried. He looked right at me, but he seemed confused.
Who are you?
For a moment, I thought he was kidding. Colin, it's me, Zoe, your girlfriend.
Girlfriend? I'm sorry, I've never seen you before.
A shockwave went through my body. His doctor said that the force of the crash damaged Colin's brain. He couldn't remember anything that happened before the accident, including me. His doctor said his memory may come back one day, but I was devastated. My life fell apart. Maeve was kicked out of college for cheating, so she was back home and angrier than ever. And my boyfriend, the love of my life, had no idea who I was. I felt like I was in a black hole, and nothing else mattered. Not even news about my life's dream. My vlog about Colin's car went viral. People were loving my artwork. I topped 1 million views, which earned me the YouTube Gold button, but I didn't care. A couple of weeks later, Colin was back in school. He could remember how to do his work, but he didn't know who anyone was. So I decided I would try to make him fall in love with me all over again. Hi, Colin.
Hi, it's Zoe, right?
He remembered my name. For a moment, I thought his memory was coming back.
You're the girl from the hospital.
I know you don't remember, but you and I used to have so much fun together. I mean, we would laugh until our stomachs hurt, like when we went to the carnival and did a hot dog eating contest, but we both got sick after just 2. Or the time we were in a rowboat, and when you went to kiss me, it tipped over and we both fell into the water.
I wish I could remember, but I just don't. I'm sorry.
Hey, you used to love how I designed my room. You want to come over after school and see it?
Sure.
I was sure my plan was gonna work, but from the moment we stepped into my house, I realized that Maeve had a plan of her own. She came down the stairs looking like a supermodel. Her hair and makeup was perfect, and her dress was stunning. I know you don't remember me, but I'm Zoe's sister, Maeve. This was the first time in our entire lives that she didn't stick the word half behind that word. Colin looked fixated by her. I knew exactly what she was doing and jumped in between them. She's only doing this because you lost your memory, and she knows how I feel about you. Wow, that's petty, Zoe. You know that Colin and I had something special before you came and ruined it. I went crazy. I lunged at Maeve, but Colin held me back. That's a lie. Don't believe her. She's a soulless witch who'll do anything to hurt me.
Take it easy, Zoe.
And then Maeve grabbed Colin's arm and dragged him out the door. I don't think it's healthy for Colin to be a...
Dette en IKEA-stol. Og dette en enda mer IKEA-stol. Nå gjør vi IKEA enda mer IKEA. Prisen har alltid vært en del av designet vårt, så derfor har vi satt ned prisen på tusenvis av klassiske IKEA-produkter.